Canadian music websites. Chapter 1. Several lists of Canadian music websites. Canadian music news at cbc.ca/music, globalnews.ca/tag/music and ctvnews.ca/entertainment. Canada's biggest news corporations. Toronto Music News at nowtoronto.com/category/music. Toronto is one of the most diverse cities, right up there with London and NYC. The musical acts are varied. Find local music news for the major cities at citynews.ca. Find articles about the music scene in the major cities. Find concerts at canoe.com/category/entertainment/music. They say who's playing music in the near future. The Canadian Top 100 hits at ca.billboard.com/charts. Canada has its own list of top albums, which includes Canadian and foreign artists. ctv.ca/much was much music, now has some free TV shows. There are some TV shows for young people, like MTV. Canada music articles at Wikipedia. Music of Canada article. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/music_of_Canada. Canadian music genres article. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Canadian_music_genres. Canadian folk music article. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Canadian_folk_music. Canadian classical music article. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Canadian_classical_music. Canadian country music article. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Canadian_country_music. Music of Canadian cultures article. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/music_of_Canadian_cultures. Canadian music by year. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/category:"Canadian_music_by_year, click a year. Canadian college and community radio websites. ncra.ca, National Campus and Community Radio Association. caperradio.com, Sydney, NS. cfbu.ca, St. Catharines, on. cfcr.ca, Saskatoon, SK. cfmu.mcmaster.ca, Hamilton, on. cfou.ca, La Radio Campus des étudiants de l'Université du Québec à Trois-Rivières. cfrc.ca, Kingston, on. cfreradio.com, Mississauga, on. cfru.ca, Guelph, on. cfur.ca, Prince George, BC. cfuv.uvic.ca, Victoria. chly.ca, Nanaimo, BC. chmr.ca, St. John's, NF. choq.fm, Montreal. chrwradio.com, London, on. chry.fm, North York, on. chsrfm.ca, Fredericton, NB. chuo.fm, Ottawa. chiz.ca, Quebec City. cism893.ca, Montreal. citr.ca, Student Radio Society of UBC. ciut.fm, Toronto, on. cjam.ca, Windsor, on. cjlo.com, Montreal. cjli.net, kootenaykoopradio.com, Nelson, BC. cjmq.fm, Sherbrooke, QC. cjsf.ca, Burnaby, BC. cjsr.com, Edmonton, AB. cjsw.com, Calgary. cjum.com, umfm.com, Winnipeg. ckdu.ca, Halifax. ckln.fm, Toronto. cklu.ca, Sudbury, on. ckmsfm.ca, Waterloo, on. cqua.org, Edmonton, AB. ccut.ca, Montreal. ckuw.ca, Winnipeg. cksu.com, Lethbridge, epub. coopradio.org, Vancouver Cooperative Radio. fusionradio.ca, Toronto. indiefm.ca, Mohawk College Radio, Hamilton, on. luradio.ca, Thunder Bay, on. mta.ca/chm Sackville, NB. radiocfsu.ca, Antigonish, NS. thex.ca, Kamloops, BC. unbsj.ca/cfmh, St. NB. Canadian music products for sale. Exclaim.ca. thecoast.ca. coremusicworld.ca. kellysmusic.ca. axmusic.com. Find Canadian music podcasts and magazines. magazine.feedspot.com/Canadian_music_magazines. podcast.feedspot.com/Canadian_music_podcasts. Canadian music websites at blog.feedspot.com/Canadian_music_blogs. 3amrevelatons.com. amusicblogya.com. asapmusicblog.ca. beatrutmedia.com/category/music. beestfan.com/blog. blog.feedspot.com/Canadian_music_YouTube_channels. blog.feedspot.com/Toronto_music_blogs. Bluer. bravewords.com/home. canadianbeats.ca. canadiandope.com. canadianmusician.com/category/news. canadianmusictrade.com/category/news. canadianreggaeworld.com/blog. carlyraymusic.com/news. cashboxcanada.ca/news. cardattac.com. coralcanada.org/blog. coletandria.com. composermatttheweemery.com. countrymusicjunkies.com. cupsandcakespot.com. dskpopblog.wordpress.com. dominionated.ca. earmilk.com. edmcanada.com. frontporchmusic.ca. fuxwithhit.com. fyimusicnews.ca. greyowlpoint.com. halifaxbloggers.ca/halfilax. hellbound.ca. hiphopcanada.com. ifitbeyourwill.ca. indie88.com/category/music. indiecurrent.com. indiemusicfilter.com. intothemusic.ca. katuwapitaya.com. kylapearson.ca/country. elicanalaudietif.ca. mixeries.com. montrealrocks.ca. musicbetweenfriends.com. musiccanada.wordpress.com. nightmarecreative.com. ocanadablog.com/category/music. ohayste.com. ottawashowbox.com. petehatesmusic.com. fodogmusic.com. rootsmusic.ca. saidthegramophone.com. searrocklive.com. seriousbetty.ca/blog. sidewalkhustle.com/category/music. softsoundpress.com. someparty.ca. spillmagazine.com. stephaniemartinmusic.com/blog. theatereicolpeter.com. thegate.ca/music. theppermanandtrainpress.com. timhicksmusic.com. torontomusicreviews.com/blog. uraniumwaves.com. weirdcanada.com. wellovemetal.com. whatthehype.ca. youtube.com/user/atribekayedred/videos. youtube.com/user/cbcradio3/videos. youtube.com/user/canadianbrass/videos. Canadian music websites. 1. Bandmix.ca, Canada's music classified ads. CitizenFreak.com, Canadian music streaming platform and music museum. The best Canadian musicians, from 2000 to the present. cbc.ca/music/best-Canadian-artists-2000-present-1.74999185. The 500 plus most famous Canadian musicians. Ranker.com/lists/Canada-bands-musical-artists-from-here/ranker-music. Music in Canada, the Canadian Encyclopedia. The Canadian Encyclopedia.ca/en/article/music-history. Hip Hop Canada. zzzhiphopcanada.com. CanadianMusicCafe.com. CanadianMusicians.com. CanadianMusicTrade.com. CanadianPianoPage.com. CanadianPrintMusic.com. EmmyMusic.ca. FrankRobertsMusic.com/blog/Canadian-online-music-stores. FRE-internet.music-of-canada.html. HalifaxMFest.com. HalifaxPopExplosion.com. HuffingtonPost.ca/music. JazzaAndyBlues.ca. CookCan.ca. LamusIC.ca, music store. MyAct.net, Canada's interactive electronic billboard for the music, sound, and lighting products industry, a national, non-profit trade association. Mixtapemagazine.ca. MusicCanada.com. MusicCityCanada.com. MusicCreators.ca, Canadian Music Creators Coalition. MusicDirectoryCanada.com. MusicEUcon.com. NewMusicCanada.ca. CollectionsCanada.gc.ca. umusic.ca. What'sUpToronto.com, Toronto. Canadian music websites. 2. AcousticRoof.ca, concerts at homes. ActionArtistK.ca. AlbertaMusicFestival.org. AllCanadianJazz.ca. APORIA-RECORDS.com. ArtsAlive.ca. AtlanticFringe.com. AtlanticJazzFestival.ca.